Yeah, it's warm in here.
Yes.
So let's go to, Malik was talking earlier to Oxford Orion Fish and all the amazing things and how they work on volunteers. And so thank you, Malik, for that great report. And what was it, 180,000 pounds they give?
That's insane.
So thank you, Malik, for that.
So beneficial. And we are now moving on to our next program, which is Orion Outreach. And this is a long-running ONTV program. It highlights areas of nonprofit organizations. And this episode, of course, is about Fish Food Pantry. And I know you had said previously that you've kind of worked with Orion Outreach, or?
Yeah, I've done a couple Orion Outreach shows, and that's the beautiful thing about it is you are introduced to what nonprofits are doing right here in our community or our surrounding communities, how you can get involved, how you can make an impact, and really make a difference on the local level.
Absolutely. So we're really glad that we're throwing it on over there, and Lorene is going to sit down with ONTV's Ian Locke and talk about Fish and its mission, plus to announce some fantastic news about Fish's new mission.
Yeah, enjoy the show, and we'll see you back here in about 20 minutes. You are watching the 8th annual 5 for 5 food drive right here on your Orion Neighborhood Television.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of Orion Outreach. I'm Ian Locke, and with me is our Oxford Orion Fish President of the Board, Lorene Baldwin. We're so excited to have you in.
Thank you very much.
We love fish here at ONTV, as you know, but we're just here to know a little bit about the organization, share with everybody at home the services that you guys provide, and tell us a little bit about Fish. If people aren't familiar, what do they need to know?
We're just really excited that we do have the Fish organization, and it's a very busy organization. We have given food to 1,953 households this year, and we have distributed over 181,000 pounds of food this year.
183,000.
81,000.
81,000, and that was in 2017?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
so
that was our total. That's our highest total that we've had.
And according to your numbers, it's as the food pantry goes, it's roughly 165 households per month you guys service here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
tell us a little about the service area. So it's not just Oxford, it's not just Orion.
It's Oxford and Orion, into Addison a little bit.
Okay.
And it's just, it's marvelous, the people that we have. And they are so, I never go to Fish, but what I don't leave with a blessing.
Yeah.
They are just such wonderful people. And, you know, and we give our food out by pounds. And they shop with a cart, just like a regular grocery store.
See, and that's something that is
Dignity.
it's very interesting, because sometimes you,
Yes.
other pantries or services you go and here's a box.
Yes.
But Fish is different. It
Yes.
is, you go grocery shopping for what you need.
We are set up just like a grocery store. And they take their carts and they get the poundage. Their average is from 60 to 190 pounds usually.
Oh.
And depending on their family. And they go through and they put in what they need in their carts, and we do have limitations on some of the shelves.
Okay.
And they just come up and we weigh it and they're out the door.
And
most of them do not even take their total amount.
Really?
We'll say, are you sure you have enough to get through for the month? Because they shop for the month.
Oh, they do for the month, okay.
And they'll say, oh yes, I have plenty, give it to somebody else. And to me that is, what a blessing to hear.
And then there's less waste, and it's, you know, the supplies go a little further and that sort of thing. Now, we know that you guys have food drives throughout the year.
Yes.
And you're very busy, and you have so many collection spots around town, at least in the Orion area. Share us a little bit of some of the locations that you can donate to if you have some.
There's many stores. At the post office, there's, well, Hollywood Market was a big one.
Yeah.
But we have many. You'll see the boxes around for Fish, and you can just drop the food in, and then we pick it up and take it back to our pantry. We have many food drives. We have the postal food drive, and we have the school food drive, And we have the wonderful ONTV food drive.
Which is coming up.
Yes, it is coming up, February 10th.
Yep.
And it's just wonderful, the food that we get in on those food drives. And that just, the food that comes in to us goes back out to the community. So the community gives and the community receives.
Absolutely. And the amount that comes in and goes out so quickly, I know when this is coming up will be our 8th food drive with you guys.
No, 8th.
And which is amazing.
How wonderful.
It's amazing, and it's grown every year.
Yes, yes.
And last year was roughly 6,000 pounds. I think we were over 6,000 pounds, and it's
I know
from our community groups that are starting to help collect on our behalf.
That's
Before
right.
it was one van we filled up and said, hey, let's work with fish.
Yeah.
And now it's turned into, we have multiple churches helping out. We have businesses. The Scouts, yes.
Help out a lot, too.
The Lake Orion High School video students, because they
Yes.
participate in the food drive now.
Yes.
So it's really kind of grown.
Right.
And I don't know, size-wise, is ONTV one of the larger ones, but I know, does this kind of get you into the spring? I mean, it kind of puts you over.
Absolutely. It will get us well into the spring.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit over, you know.
Okay.
But, and we have food that comes in weekly too, you know, people will drop off food.
Yep.
We have different groups, maybe there'll be birthday parties or anniversaries and they request no gifts, but bring food for fish.
Oh, wow.
And then people will bring food in from things like that.
Okay.
It's just remarkable. And we stock shelves. We stock shelves on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings, 9 to 11. And then we stock on the second Saturday of every month. And so there's a lot of stocking that goes on. And it's surprising how you can walk in one day and the shelves will be totally full, and then you walk back in and wow, you know, the food is gone and we need to
But you
restock.
have, with that stocking and that effort, you have volunteers. I mean,
A lot of volunteers.
Tell us about your volunteers.
God bless them. They just, many will just drop in on our food drives and will pitch in and work. We have no idea truly the amount of volunteers we have, but I would say we have anywhere from 40 to 50 that comes in, I would say probably weekly.
Wow.
With our office and
you are 100% volunteer based.
100%. There's absolutely nobody paid on our board or in our organization.
So all of the resources donated
Everything
into the
that
program
comes in
goes
goes
and
back
then goes out.
out.
Okay.
And even expired food, different ones will ask us, well, what do you do with expired food?
Yes.
The government won't let us put it on the shelves, or requires that we don't.
Okay.
And we are a food pantry, and we can't throw it away. So we bag up all the expired food, and we put it on the shelf, and then when the clients come in, after they have their carts full, they can take any of that expired food that they want and take it home. And we tell them, you know, open it up. If it smells good, looks good, it probably is
okay.
good.
Yeah.
If it isn't, throw it out.
Yeah.
But so we even get rid of the expired food.
Okay.
We desire not to get as much expired food, but that's, we get it and it is used.
Okay.
It is used.
So minimal waste. It's
Yes.
100% in, 100% out.
Yes, yes, it is wonderful. And you know, and we have different programs. We have the Adopt the Shelf program.
Yes, I was just going to ask you about that.
And where groups will come in and they'll say, oh, I can fill this shelf, and they can do it for monthly, they can do it half a year, they can do it for a whole year. Pick
so
and
the
choose,
organization manages a specific
yes,
shelf
and they can
space.
organize. They can say they want to give X amount of dollars towards it. We'll do it like that.
Oh, okay.
And then we also will put their names on the shelf as it. Shelf is adopted by so and so, and that's a real hit.
Okay.
And a lot of kids really feel important when they adopt the shelves and then come in and put the food on themselves.
Absolutely.
And, that's a wonderful idea.
Now
You do know that we are going to go in a new building.
Yes. So fantastic news if you haven't heard. Larger space, an amazing donation made just recently, and like before we came in the studio, we were kind of chit-chatting before, and you mentioned
I call him our guardian angel.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just
and it's been finalized, so
yes, it's been voted on, and progress is being made in the building being redone.
Okay.
And Dan Davis has done just wonderful by us. He's been a wonderful donor for years.
Okay.
And he come up with this building and said, you know, hey, this will give you more space. And our backs were starting to break because we have 2 floors at Thomas.
We've heard stories of
and it was a lot of
water in the
lugging.
basement, a lot of up and down, and
lugging food, and we're all getting older, if you can believe that. So it's just as wonderful, and this will be all on 1 floor.
Okay,
and it's more square footage and much easier for our food drives. We can get the food in without getting wet and getting it out of the trucks and
it's just south of Drainer, right? I mean, location.
Yes,
can you share the location?
1060.
1060. Write it down.
Right off from 24.
On Lapeer.
Two doors from Salvation Army.
Okay.
In between Italian Gardens and Coney.
Okay,
Coney
so
Island.
fantastic location.
Yes, wonderful location.
More visible on Lapeer Road.
More visible and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, we're just very, very excited. And we're looking at possibly maybe December that we will be in the building.
Just for renovations to make sure it's up to what you need and laid out properly.
It might be before that, but you know, we're anticipating that. And then with our building, we would like to pay it forward and give it to donate it to an organization that may desire this. So we'd like
that was such great information. We heard in the paper, we're like, they got a new place, and we're so excited, and you know, for you guys and for your clients mainly, and to easier access. It's more visible, and you know, having it there on 24. You know, maybe there's those who didn't know you guys are around, and if you see your sign, they go, hey, you know, then others can get assistance.
Well, our building was kind of at the end of our county.
Yeah.
And that
people
that we served.
Yeah.
People found us, but I know it has been a struggle, and a lot of them will say, you know, they don't have the gas money to really drive that far, and so this will be much more accessible and easier on them, and I think we will see an influx of even more people.
More people taking part,
and hopefully more donors.
Yes, and you were mentioning something about the expired food just earlier. I need to go back a little bit, but something that was, having worked with you guys for the last 8 years, learning something new. Your community gardens, you know, and the fresh food. It's not just canned food and that sort of thing, but you have your fresh community gardens for fresh vegetables and things. Tell us about those.
On Lakeville Road, and all that produce comes in, and people just love it. And it's so pretty when it comes in on the shelves. And it's also for our clients, if they want to plant gardens, they're more than welcome to plant gardens there. And we have had a few that has done that.
Okay.
And so it's just a wonderful, and Sue Black does a wonderful job in
managing and keep them going.
Managing it and keeping the weeds out and keeping it watered, and it's just been wonderful.
That is an effort in and of itself to keep the garden rolling.
Yes, it is.
But that's fantastic. So it is fresh vegetables, but you also have coolers and inside the facility that allow for fresh vegetables and fresh meat.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So we have meat that's donated 2 or 3 times a year. Fresh beef is brought in, all USDA packaged, and it's just it's
So it really feels like a grocery store. I mean, you have everything you need.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. It's marvelous.
Do you have, I know seasonally, we've learned over the years that you have specific needs or wants through the different seasons. This time of year, obviously, our food drive is coming up. We always do it on the second Saturday. We hope to have it on the second Saturday of February. Sometimes it moves year to year, but that's what we aim for. So this time of year, what are you really looking for your shelves?
Hamburger helper, boxed potatoes, chili, tomatoes, canned tomatoes, chunky soup, refried beans, taco, anything, the taco kits are
very popular.
Very popular. Yes.
We've been telling some of our volunteers, and people who are collecting on our behalf, it's like canned green beans are great, but we need some other things. I mean, this time of year, the hearty, protein-based.
We now have a spice shelf also.
Okay.
And that's been adopted by a family, and that's
Fantastic.
just taken off really, really well.
Fantastic.
And you know, and sugar and flour and
Oh,
you
okay.
know,
Everything,
yeah,
really.
cereals. You know,
Fruits, canned fruits, popular.
yes.
We
yes,
know that
canned
this
fruits,
time of
yep.
year. Okay.
We always have canned fruits.
Fantastic. So we talked about the Adopt a Shelf program. Is there anything new on the horizon coming that you guys are developing, or is it just let's concentrate on getting into the new building?
We're concentrating on getting into the new building.
Okay.
And we may be looking at maybe doing some new refrigeration. I don't
Okay.
know, but we'll.
I'm sure our cameras will
waiting
be there
to,
on
waiting to see what the move.
your ribbon cutting and all that stuff. We'll be there documenting every step of the way, I'm
That's
sure.
right. Yeah, so we're just real excited that
Okay.
that has taken hold. So
Well, you're something we always like to share too with anyone wanting to get involved with fish or donate. If you're out of the area, a lot of the time this program can be seen out, you know, all over the country, all over the world. So we do post this on our website
yes,
and on YouTube. And is that you can donate on your website via a PayPal button. So
Yes.
you have
Yes.
a PayPal button embedded on your site, and you can donate right there.
Yes.
We also have that button on the
Wonderful.
Orient ONTV
Wonderful.
food drive
yeah.
website. So,
Another one is the Meyer Simply Give program.
ooh, okay, that's
They are absolutely fabulous. When we're on for our, we're usually on for a good, I think, 2 months.
okay.
And
How does that work?
when you go in, you will see at the end of the cash registers, before you get to the cash registers, there'll be a kiosk there.
Okay,
And it will have up there, sponsoring Oxford Orient Fish. And you take a gift card off there, and they're $10.
okay.
And for $10 on their double match days, we get 30.
Oh boy.
Otherwise, we get 20. But that is just a wonderful program. And then at the end of the program, then Meyer gives us gift cards. And that gets us through almost a year with shopping for food. We shop weekly.
Wow.
We shop for meat and
Okay.
always the specials that they have.
And it's convenient for those who want to donate.
Yes.
It's right there.
Yes.
It's point of
Yes.
sale. You
Yes.
can make a decision right there. and-
So watch for when Oxford
Yeah.
Orient Fish are on for the Simply Give.
Okay,
That is
we'll
a
make sure we
wonderful-
add that to our food drive information
Okay.
because that's new information.
that's-
Another thing I learned today.
Yes, that's just a wonderful program.
Okay,
Meyer
fantastic.
is very good to us, and we do our shopping,
That's fantastic.
most of our shopping at Meyer's.
Awesome.
So,
So if somebody wanted to get involved and wanted to say, hey, you know, I'm going to come out and give you guys a hand, how can they get a hold of you? What's
we
the best
definitely
way?
need volunteers. We need pantry volunteers, and you can work once a month. You can work twice a month. You can work as often as you want to.
Okay.
And also in our office, I'm sure they can use volunteers, and that is setting up for the shopping dates for the people when they call
Okay.
in, and doing all the office
Okay.
work and getting their reports ready. And but just call the Oxford Orient Fish office 628-3933.
I think we can put that on the screen.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think we have the technology.
Yes, yes, and
Okay.
And just sign up. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's the best thing I have ever done in my life. It's just such a blessing
Yeah.
to be able to work and serve people, and
Yeah.
it's very rewarding, and we just love it.
Well, the group is doing a fantastic job up there.
Thank you.
I had one little thing that I wanted to mention that again, learning new things today, just looking at your stat sheet. And if you want more information about the numbers that you guys do, it's on your website at
Yes.
oxfordorientfish.org, so visit the website. But you also do work with schools and children and backpacks. I noticed that's on here
Yes.
that
Yes, we
school
have-
supplies and backpacks for
We have
kids.
wonderful programs. We have the backpack program, where every child will get a backpack of our clients.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have, we do Easter dinners. We give them extra food for Easter, and they usually have a gift
Okay.
certificate for their meat. And we do the same thing at Thanksgiving time. And then we have our Angelfish program, where we have donors, or we have people that will sponsor children, and we say $100 limit, but they go far
Yeah.
beyond. And it's just wonderful, and the kids get wonderful Christmases too.
So it's well beyond just food drives and things like that. It is
Absolutely.
It's
And
it's the whole family.
We also have emergency food boxes.
Oh, okay.
And we make sure that the churches have emergency food so that they can, if they have anyone come to their church and
Okay.
needs food, they can give it to them.
Okay.
And we also, when they come in, we let them emergency shop. If they call and we can't get them right in for a client review, they can come in
Okay.
and shop the first time for their food,
Wow.
and then they have to do their client
So
review.
very flexible. You guys are really there for
Yes.
those who
Yes.
are in need.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
So we truly, we're so happy we can serve the community, and we're so blessed to have the community that we serve.
Absolutely.
Because we wouldn't be anything without them. And with our wonderful food drives, we just would not be able to survive.
Well, I know the
And
food
so-
drive. We've been working with you guys for so long, and it's almost like a family atmosphere between our staff, and we bring up the food drive to our volunteers, and they get going, and it's we really count it as our Super Bowl.
Wonderful.
It's a 6-hour telethon we do.
Yes.
Music, entertainment with people coming in.
Yes.
And
This is a buzzing place, I'll tell you. I
it's
love
hopping.
it.
Yeah, it's
I love it when
sometimes
we
you
have
turn the
that.
corner from one room to the other, you're like, oh my word, look at the people, and you can barely maneuver, and with the food stacked up, and people coming in, and it's an experience for our volunteers too, and our interns and staff. But it's why we're here to give back to the community. We're here to use our technology in some way to help. And working with you guys has spawned other events that we've done. So
wonderful.
we know it works,
Wonderful.
and so you guys have really inspired
that's
us
good.
to try new things.
You know, I always say we're only as good as our community makes us.
Absolutely.
And they're doing a fine job.
Absolutely.
We just love
More
it.
than a fine job. They're doing
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely wonderful.
Terrific job.
Is there anything you'd like to share about the org, or anything we've not talked about today?
I don't
we're going down our
believe so.
list, going check that one off. Again,
don't-
donation locations: Lake Orion Post Office, St. Joe's Catholic Church,
Yes.
the United Methodist Church in Lake Orion, ONTV, our lobby. We are now a permanent drop-off location.
Wonderful.
So you can drop it in our lobby here during business hours. Flip Spot Gym is a donation location. I didn't know that one.
Yes.
Was it Grondin's Hair Salon? They've been a long-time supporter of yours. So yeah, they're all over the place. But again, visit the website at oxfordorientfish.org for a comprehensive list of all the donation spots. And do you have a list of your food drives coming up listed on there as well?
We'll have the parcel post food drive, and
That's the next one after
yes,
ONTV?
I think so. Yeah.
Check their calendar on their
Yeah.
website.
And then there's school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming in. It's again, it's always great to have Fish in.
Thank you.
And Laureen to have you in.
We truly appreciate it. We appreciate it all, and thanks to the whole community.
Yep, absolutely.
They do a good job.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
the food drive again is coming up here at ONTV on Saturday, February 10th, from I think 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes.
But starting on the 5th, we are collecting here locally, right here at the ONTV
I see
studios.
some out there now.
We have a couple bags just showed up, but we've also had some donations already. Kroger donated $200 to you guys, which is fantastic.
Wonderful.
They came through corporate. Kroger
Yes.
came through, and M3 Investments, a longtime partner of ONTV, they donated again, I believe, $250 in cash again.
Terrific.
So it's starting to come in. The raffle prizes we have are coming in. The business here in Lake Orion and the Chamber have been fantastic.
That's wonderful.
They know it's coming, and it almost has its own gravity to it.
That's right.
They know the date's coming up, the second Saturday in February, and they just say, it's coming, we want to donate, and it just happens.
I'm sure a lot of
it's
them put it
fantastic.
right on their calendars.
They have to,
Yes.
because they start calling,
Yes.
are you ready for the
Yes.
donations?
Right.
So that's a fantastic thing.
Yes, it
it's really
is.
grown too.
Yes, it is.
And with your help and all that
Yes.
stuff, it's really
Well,
grown. So.
We love it all. You know, we're here to serve.
Yeah, absolutely, and we are too. Well, that's it for this edition of Orion Outreach. I want to thank Laureen Baldwin, President of the Oxford Orion Fish Board, for coming in and sharing all of the good
Thank you
things
very
and
much.
good
Appreciate
news
it.
happening at Fish.
Yes, wonderful news.
So stop in, visit OrientOnTV.org to see more on the 5 or 5 food drive coming up on the 10th and on the different businesses taking part and where you can donate throughout the community. We have a lot of collection partners listed there. So just get involved, work with,
That's right.
help get the community raring to go and
Yeah.
help
You'll
out.
never
in this
regret
great-
it.
No, absolutely not. So that's it for this edition of Orient Outreach. I'm Ian Locke. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
So many amazing things happening over at Orient Oxford Fish.
They do such great things, and we are moving into our next half an hour. We want to thank our sponsors for this portion of the food drive, the Do or Die Salon. It is located at 3651 South Baldwin Road in Lake Orion, and Culver's of Lake Orion. They are a huge community supporter, and Culver's is located at 4963 Inter Park Drive here in Lake Orion.
Yes, and Do or Die donated a $300 beauty package right out there. It has a hair dryer and Moroccan oils.
That's the one I want.
Yeah, it's been very popular, but you can still get in a raffle ticket to try and get it. And Culver's donated their famous butter burgers to feed our volunteer cast and crew. And thank you both to donating to Fish and ONTV.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. So here's a video to show you of the great work. Well, we want to thank Culver's,
yes.
And Mr. Joe Zimmer himself and the crew at Culver's. They do great things. I mean, they have car shows, they do all sorts of things and raise funds to spread the word.
Seem to always want to give a helping hand.
Yeah, to bring people together. And we do have some special guests that are coming in today to do some donations for us.
And well, right now our reporter Malik is out there, and he is talking to some great group of people. Malik, do you want to take it over to you?
With the several hauls of food being brought in today, the Boy Scouts of America may have brought in the biggest haul so far today. And right now I am with 2 of the members of the Boy Scouts of America. We have Timo and Hong being here with us today. It's great to have you here, guys.
Yep. Good time here.
Okay, so being in the Boy Scouts of America, you do a lot of work around the community, doing community service and things like that. Along with this, what other things do you do in the community?
Well, sometimes we go and we just help people with, we have scouts that will do projects to build stuff like greenhouses. I've helped with, and we've helped at a playground a few times, and we've helped at our chartering organization, King of Kings Church, for every year we help.
Okay, it's good that you do a lot of community service around. Also, as Boy Scouts, I've heard that you 2 are the leaders of your group. What kind of responsibilities do you have as the leaders of your troop of Boy Scouts?
Well, as the leader, I pretty much have to talk to other people, make sure they're doing their jobs, and come up with duty rosters. So when we're camping, everybody knows when they're cooking or when they're cleaning.
And what I do is I make sure like everybody's doing their job right. If anybody needs help with anything, I can help them maybe.
Okay, very important jobs as I can see. Now, with today being this 8th annual food drive here at ONTV, I'm sure that you put in a lot of preparation, you put in a lot of work bringing in all this food. What kind of things did you work on and practice getting ready for today?
Well, we talked to the scouts a lot of times, telling them like to make sure they bring in food. We would remind them every week. We'd tell them, guys, come on, bring in food, and it worked.
Well, we reminded them about bringing in food and also that this is community service and we want to try to help our community in every way we can.
Now, seeing that you brought in so much food and you brought in such a big haul of food, I can see you did a really good job telling them what to do and telling them how to get ready. Now, is there anything else that you want to tell the people about the Boy Scouts or anything you want to encourage about the Boy Scouts?
Well, we just want to make sure that people know that a lot of our food was also donated by people from King of Kings Lutheran Church.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing in the food. That was the Boy Scouts of America. Now we'll go back to the anchors.
So much, Malik, and thank you to the Boy Scouts of America. Seems like you're doing really great work over there. And we'll have more interviews and updates from Malik as the day rolls along.
Yes, and now though it is time to get back to the music. You still have
Yes.
time to come down and hear some of this great stuff. We are excited to have these talented individuals with us today. Up next, we have the Gentlemen Songsters, and Stacy is going to take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stacy Calloway. Thank you so much again for tuning in to ONTV Songsters and their director, Barry Bartz, I should say. Tell us how long the group has been in existence.
They have existed for 86 years, but I was not their director then. I have not found the fountain of youth.
And they're somewhat of a glee club, as you mentioned?
Yes, they are. They started as the Chevrolet Chorus, and they eventually morphed into the Gentlemen Songsters from the Whiff and Poof song, Gentlemen Songsters.
Tell us a little bit about the event you have coming up. It's a benefit concert in at the Unity Church of Lake Orion.
Yes, there's a wonderful organization called Love in the Name of Christ, and they help all kinds of families with all kinds of needs beyond food, and they partner with other churches and mobilize the communities to help. And so we are doing a benefit concert. I am associated with the wonderful people at Unity, and so they gave us a space to do our concert.
And then you have another event coming up. It's called Melodies in the Motor City. Tell us about that.
Once a year, 7 choirs from all over the Great Lakes area. There's an organization called the Great Lakes Male Chorus Association. We get together in one of the cities. This year it's in Detroit, and it's at Fraser High School, and it's just a blast. So there's about 200 guys that sing together, and then each group does a couple songs. It's just a riot. And it's at my alma mater, Fraser High School.
Yeah. Well, I've heard you guys rehearse, and you are in for a real treat. So without further ado, once again, let's introduce the Gentlemen Songsters. Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy.
A sound of hope, a sound of peace, a sound that celebrates and speaks what we believe, a sound of love, a sound so strong. It's amazing what is given when we share a song. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice, why we stand as one in harmony. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice. Take my hand and sing with me. Soothe the soul, mend the heart, bring together lives that have been torn apart. Share the joy, find a friend. It's a never-ending gift that circles back again. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice, why we stand as one in harmony. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice. Take my hand and sing with me. Music builds a bridge, you can't tear down a wall. Music is a language that can speak to one and all. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice, why we stand as one in harmony. This is
here? Here we go.
Gonna rise up singing, gonna rise up singing. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. I see the sun, it's a shining and the rain isn't falling like it was just yesterday. So I feel like living, yes I feel like living. Got a reason to say, gonna rise up singing, throw my troubles away, 'cause it's a brand new day. When I woke up this morning and saw the rising of the sun, all at once I realized that a brand new day had begun. I glanced outside my window and jumped right out of my bed. I looked around, put my feet on the ground, and this is what I said. I'm gonna rise up singing, gonna rise up singing. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. I see the sun is the shining and the rain isn't falling like it was just yesterday. So I feel like living, yes I feel like living. Got a reason to say, gonna rise up, sing and throw my troubles away, 'cause it's a brand new day. If you wake up some morning and the sky seems cloudy and gray, just remember what I said and things will work out okay. Open up your window and take a breath of fresh air. Stand up proud and say it out loud for all the world to hear. I'm gonna rise up singing, gonna rise up singing. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. I see the sun is shining and the rain isn't falling like it was just yesterday. So I feel like living, yes I feel like living. Got a reason to say, gonna rise up, sing and throw my troubles away, 'cause it's a brand new day. Brand new day. Brand new day. Brand new day. It's a brand new day. Gonna rise up singing, gonna rise up singing. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. I see the sun is shining and the rain isn't falling like it was just yesterday. So I feel like living, yes I feel like living. Got a reason to say, gonna rise up, sing and throw my troubles away, 'cause it's a brand new day. It's a brand new, it's a brand new day. Brand new day.
It just so happens we have Boy Scouts in the house, and this song will be dedicated to them. He ain't heavy, it's my brother. And it works very well today for the ONTV food drive. Thank you for all of you participating.
The road is long with enough to carry him. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. So on we go. On we go. His welfare is my concern. No burden is he to bear. We'll get there. We will get there. For I know he will not encumber me. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. If I'm laden at all, I'm laden with sadness that everyone's heart isn't filled with the gladness of love for one another. It's a long, long road from which there is no return. While we're on our way to there, why not share? And the road doesn't weigh me down at all. He ain't heavy, not heavy at all. He ain't heavy, not heavy at all. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. He's my brother. He's my brother.
Speaking of heavy, 16 tons is a lot of weight.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a heart that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Do, 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 do,
Pick up my shovel and I walk to the mine. I had 16 tons of upright coal, and the small boss said, well, bless my soul.
You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Do, 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 If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One is of iron, the other of steel.
If the right one don't get you, then the left one will.
You know, 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Do, 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 do.
One of my favorite songs from Willy Wonka. This is the opening song of the Gentlemen Songsters GLMCA concert. because all of the people who designed the cars all had to have a pure imagination.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Take a look and you'll see into your imagination.
We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
So we love to sing songs about ladies, but we also like to rock and roll. Yeah. Okay.
Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans.
Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Well, I roll my breakfast, 'cause I'm a hungry man. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing to save your doggone soul.
The way you wear your hair and it twists up so nice.
The way you're wearing that dress and your hair sits up so nice. You look so warm, but your heart is cold as ice. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing to save your doggone soul.
Yeah!
Woo! Go! All right. Let's go! Let's go! I'm like a one-eyed cat peeping in a seafood store. I'm like a one-eyed cat peeping in a seafood store. But I can look at you, tell me you don't love me no more. I believe you're doing me wrong, and now I know I believe you're doing me wrong, and now I know. Well, the harder I work, the faster my money goes. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing to save your doggone soul. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing to save your doggone soul. Well, you never do nothing to save your doggone soul. Shake, rattle and roll.
Guys, one of those songs. It's one of those songs. You're going to be in one of those chairs. All right. Jimmy Durante, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Durante made this song very fun. Okay.
I'm all right.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so
What a great performance.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome back to the ONTV 5 for 5 food drive. Our totals are climbing.
So we are going to check on over to our totals of collected food items. And right now we see a jump. Before, I think we said it was 1,800 and now it's 2,200.
Yeah.
So keep in mind that we're trying for a goal of 6,000 pounds. So we're working our way there.
We're working there. Oh, we got a new total.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we jumped up another 300 pounds.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
We just had some people come on in. We're at 2,500 pounds.
Yes. So we are definitely making, you know, a
Some
climb
strides.
up there. Yeah.
And if for some reason you can't come in today because of the weather and it's still snowing out there, I believe, but you can always donate online.
Absolutely. And
you know, you can always drop off anytime throughout the year at Fish, and there's other local community area partners that gather all year round. So
yeah, and just keep in mind when you donate the 5 for 5, you get a raffle ticket, and that will close at 3 p.m. and we will be drawing them live at 3:30.
Some great prizes out there. So to have those, though, you got to come down here.
Yes, absolutely.
And come and see us. And we've been having all different sponsors and interviews and great programming all morning and now into the afternoon. And we are going to go over to an interview that Chris Pappas did and stop by Simply Marcella's in the village that makes beautiful jewelry. And he stopped in to see what they were doing over there.
Let's take a look.
We're going to take a look.
Hi, and welcome back to our coverage of the Orion Neighborhood Television 8th Annual Food Drive. I'm Chris Pappas, and I'm live on the scene here in the village of Lake Orion in downtown at Simply Marcella. We are so happy to have Simply Marcella join us again in our food drive and help contribute to this awesome event where we try to reach our goal of 6,000 pounds of food donated. Simply Marcella has been a long-time food drive sponsor, and they have an awesome prize for one of our lucky raffle prize winners. They are giving away a pearl necklace that's almost $100 value that you could be winning just for donating 5 food items or $5 to the ONTV studios by 3 p.m. You have to make sure to get those donations in by 3 p.m. to be lucky enough to get into the raffle, which we will be showing live at 3:30 p.m. Tune in to ONTV Comcast channels 10, 20, and 22. But we also want to give a special shout out to Simply Marcella because of their awesome charity events and community events throughout the year. They're not just helping us with the food drive, they help out all year round. Make sure to give them a lot of support. And just a reminder, our goal is 6,000 pounds of food this food drive to help the Fish program reach their annual goal of 180,000 pounds of food and toiletry items donated. Now let's send it back to the ONTV studios where I believe we'll be having some awesome events happening at the Orion Center. I'm Chris Pappas for ONTV, signing off.
Yeah, we're moving into our third hour.
Yeah.
Time is flying, but you still have time to get down here. We do need to thank Simply Marcella for all their support in the community. They are located at 34 South Broadway in the village of Lake Orion. Simply Marcella is a huge supporter of Oxford Orion Fish and other nonprofits, and they have been sponsoring this event for 6 years, so thank you.
Yes, and Simply Marcella once again donated a very nice pearl necklace for the raffle drawing, and it is a hot item. There are a lot of tickets in there already. Yes, and as they said, I think it's a $100 value. So again, you can get that beautiful necklace for just $5 or 5 items if you bring them in.
And one of our other great sponsors and community supporters, all of Lake Orion, is Culver's.
Yes.
And we're going to show you the amazing things and the support that Culver's has been doing right here in our community.
Joe Zimmer opened Culver's in 2008. For those traveling north on M24, the restaurant is the first business visitors encounter as they enter into Orion Township. Culver's has become so ingrained within the community, it's difficult to imagine a time when it didn't exist. On any given day, a diner might encounter a car cruise, bingo, or kids' night. And you can be sure to find Joe Zimmer serving up his famous butter burgers and frozen custard at community events throughout the year.
We're the #1 store in our region, thank goodness to the community. And I've always been a believer of if they're good to you, you be good to them. And so during that 7 years, or almost 7, we've been able to give back, I think, around about $130,000. And we do that through fundraisers and various donations and what have you. And I've been in the business for over 50 years, and I still learn things every day. But what I really like about it is the people that I work with and the opportunity that I have to meet new guests. And Culver's is an awesome brand. In fact, we were voted the #2 restaurant. I don't need to tell you what the #1 was, but we go back and forth as far as recognition and the value and the quality of the food, the cleanliness of the restaurant, and what really makes us stand out, I think, Joe, is the hospitality that we offer. In fact, we were just voted by you people the #1 hospitality in the Orion Township. So, a little history about Culver's.
In 2013, Joe Zimmer was named Business Person of the Year by the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce, recognizing his efforts in the community. He still gets emotional when asked about that honor.
You know, that was, God, it almost brings tears to my eyes to hear that again, but it was a great honor. And I've been a believer in, I've lived in the community for over 30 years, and I just love this community. And I love the Culver's brand. I've had probably over a dozen restaurants, and this is the best restaurant that I've had, and I plan on being here until they put me down. But getting that honor, especially being voted by your peers and the chamber members and all that, was very special to me. So I thank you for that.
ONTV would like to thank Joe Zimmer and his staff at Culver's for supporting the 5 or 5 food drive benefiting the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry.
It's so unfortunate, you know, and it's also sometimes hard to believe that right here in Orion Township, which is a great community, and Oxford as well, that there's people that don't eat, and I guess it's gratifying to be able to help those people out that are less fortunate. And so many are blessed, but there's quite a few that aren't, and so it's a good feeling.
Wow, what a great guy. We are so extremely grateful to have Joe Zimmer in our community.
Yes, and we have some other special guests in our lobby, and we're going to take it back into Malik in the lobby.
I'm here today to the 505 food drive to drop off food, but also many people have come for the raffle. There are many prizes here today. If you're watching at home and you can make it here, there are so many good prizes that you can come and take advantage of, and you can get, there are so many good ones. Right here we're starting with a leaf blower. There are quite a few tickets in this one. Right now, since the weather isn't that great, you know, you can't use it right now, but when it gets around the fall, when there are a lot of leaves, this will come in handy very much. Now, I'm very surprised that there aren't many more tickets for the $200 and $100 gift certificates for senior portraits and child portraits. I mean, the school is coming near to an end, so I'm sure some people that will come in later will get more tickets and put them in there for that. Next are the Skalneck Ford oil changes. there aren't a lot of tickets in here, but I think that will change throughout the day. Now, one that I am pretty surprised there are quite a few tickets for, the Authentic Cincy gift basket. There are a lot of smell goods in here, a lot of things you can put in your house, in your room, make it smell better. So there are a lot in there. Now, we have gift cards for 4 free pizzas. I'm not surprised at all that there are a lot of raffle tickets in here for this, for Chicago Brothers Pizza, and there is also another one for pizza down the road that we will get to later. Next is the Golling GMC car waxing kit plus hats. Another one that has not a lot of tickets, but I think it will increase. Once the weather gets better and the snow goes away, people will be waxing their cars and cleaning their cars. So this is something that people are definitely trying to take advantage of. And next we have the Beacon Square Orion Salon Cut Color Plus Massage. I'm not surprised at all that many people are putting in tickets for this one. Many people like to get their hair done and like to get massages, so not surprised at that one at all. Now, here we have the Classic Lanes of Rochester Hills, Michigan, the bowling party for 10 people. I think this will increase a lot by the day. A lot of people like to go bowling, bring their families, go for dates, bring their spouses. I really think that's going to increase throughout the day. Now, here is the next G's Pizzeria. The last pizzeria was Chicago Brothers. Here is a $40 gift card for pizzeria. This may have the most raffle tickets of any of the ones down the line. Like I said before, everybody loves pizza. Everybody wants to bring their family together, get pizza, have it for dinner. So those are going to continue to increase throughout the day. Next, we have Grondin's Hair Center. We have a $50 gift card for that. There aren't a lot of tickets for that right now, but I expect that to increase. Like I said, with the salon raffle tickets, people love to get their hair done. People like to change their hair all the time, so I'm sure there will be more for that. Now, we have the pearl necklace from Simply Marcella. This is something that I also think will increase. There are more women coming in. There will be more people coming, so I expect that to increase also.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Also Valentine's Day. Now we have the 2 tickets to Passport to Spring Gala plus a goodie bag. This is a pretty good one. Friends of the Orion Township Library. This is something that there aren't a lot of tickets right now, but a lot of people go to the Library of Orion Township, so I think that will also increase. Now this is one that I think before the end of the day there will be the most tickets in this can right here. 4 tickets to the Detroit Princess Riverboats. People that are going on dates, and especially for Valentine's Day, they're going to want to make this a special day. Some people want to take their families, whether it's Valentine's Day or not. This is something that people really enjoy and will want to take advantage of. Now, Do or Die Salon, we have Moroccan oil hair products plus a blow dryer. I think even though there is a good amount of tickets right now, there will be many more tickets by the end of the day. After this, we have Oxford 7 GQT Goodrich Quality Theaters. There are a lot of good movies coming out soon. Black Panther comes out next week, so there are going to be a lot more tickets for that before the end of the day. A lot of people will want to look for that. And this right here might be my favorite of the day, not just because it's ONTV, but movie-themed pillows. I'm a huge movie fan. Both of these pillows are pretty nice. The designs are very good. All of these things are good things to look out for this raffle. If you haven't come, as I said before, check in and try to take advantage of these raffles. Now we're going to go back to the anchors in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Malik.
Yeah, some great prizes out there. Bring your items in, and you can be a part of that raffle.
You don't want to miss out. And it's time for our next program. This video looks at ONTV and the services we offer to the community, and a look at the newest ONTV gem, the ONTV Podcast Room.
Orion Neighborhood Television is your community media outlet. Our mission is to empower community members and local groups to create, communicate, and connect through television broadcasting, video production, and digital media. How is this possible? The township and village receive franchise fees from Orion's cable operators. Those fees are used to fund ONTV. Prior to 2000, the cable companies operated public access. During that time, the Cable Commission oversaw the franchise agreement and managed the franchise fees. In 2001, ONTV was formed as a nonprofit organization complete with a board to provide public, government, and educational access to the Orion community. In March of 2012, we moved into the beautiful new Orion Center on Joslyn Road. Let's explore all that ONTV has to offer. Classes and workshops, At Orion Neighborhood Television, we can teach you how to create your own television program or crew on-staff produced programs. We offer training on studio and field equipment, workshops for lighting, editing, and much more. Your first step, though, is to sign up for orientation. It's free and offers you a look behind the scenes of ONTV, our procedures and policies, and information on all of our classes and workshops. Studio class includes instruction on directing, switching, audio, camera, lighting, and talent, culminating in a final class project that airs right here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Field class is a 3-week workshop that includes instruction on camera function and accessories, interviewing skills, composition, and creativity. Field class is immediately followed by a 2-week editing portion that teaches the basics of nonlinear editing using Adobe Premiere Pro software. In addition to our main classes, we also offer a wide variety of free workshops for our volunteers, including instruction on Photoshop, citizen journalism, podcasting, blogging, WordPress, short filmmaking, and much more. Upon completion of the workshops, ONTV's equipment and facilities are yours to use for free. You can produce your own program or volunteer your time to help on staff-produced productions or just help out. ONTV produces dozens of weekly and monthly programs, and our volunteers have a big hand in their success. Whether it's running camera, audio, or technical directing, our volunteers are directly involved in almost every single production, including community concerts, sporting events, talk shows, religious programming, and much more. Let's take a quick look at some examples of our productions.
Okay, so who is your pick to win this? Philly, Philly, Philly. Defense will be too much for Brady. And Gronk is hurt. So Philly, Philly, Philly. Philly by a touchdown and a field goal.
I disagree.
What do you think?
Gronk's playing A. B. Tommy Brady, Bill Belichick. This might be the last go-around for these guys. Who knows what's going to happen?
Matt Patricia's going to be a Lions coach next
Matt
week.
Patricia, the defensive guru, if you will, is going to find a way to say, hey, you know what? We're playing Nick bleeping Foles. He's not going to beat us in the Super Bowl, God darn it.
You said it. You said it.
It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I'd never switch. 'Cause there's no nicer witch than you. No nicer witch than you.
Landed very unceremoniously on that top turnbuckle.
That's not where I'd want to be. What's he setting up for here?
No man's land. Beautiful.
Top rope, Frankensteiner.
Loco's in a bad way here.
He is. Loco needs to get in DJ Edwards, and I actually think Tyler Dean might want to get in Tyson.
The Dean's now.
Set up, hit that.
There it is.
3-1-3. Modified Tiger feint kick. DJ Edwards sent down.
Springboard into the beautiful maneuver there.
Absolutely a nice flying springboard forearm. In comes Tyson Dean. Oh, they've set this up before. This is cool, Hal, if you've never seen it.
This is breathtaking right here, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful.
Leg drop, diving press. Tyler Dean takes out DJ Loco, and this is over.
Terrific third quarter for Lake Orion, and add special teams now to the mix. Offensively playing well, defensively playing well.
He just outran people.
Nice blocking downfield, too.
Lost on the handoff.
Touchdown.
Dylan Frank, watch him run. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. 36 yards in one play for the Dragon touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying. We're 4:41 left to go here in the third, but look at Dylan Frank, and look, I don't know that he is even touched. Maybe touched there. But you're not going to stop Dylan Frank on an arm tackle.
Well, she said if I ever deceived her, she'd be gone before I could count to 10. Well, I guess that I didn't believe her, 'cause look at the trouble I'm in. Now she's gone, 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 and gone, 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 and crying won't bring her back. You know, the more that I cry, the faster that train flies, and further, we're further down that track.
We're in for a treat today. Thanks for joining us. I'm here with my friend Jenny Brown here at Dutton Farm in Rochester, Michigan, right next door to Orion Township. And this place is amazingly special. And I've been really looking forward to this day for a while because, not for you so much, I'm sorry, but the amazing farmers that work here at Dutton Farm, and you'll see why in a minute. But first of all, Jenny, tell us a little bit about the farm and how you and your family started this farm.
So I have a sister who's 42 and she has Down syndrome. And after she graduated high school, the options for her were pretty minimal. So my mom and I founded Dutton Farm for her, but it kind of has spilled over into a whole lot more people. So we teach job skills, employment, and provide jobs for people who have disabilities.
It's really remarkable. These young people and not so young people come to work here and they have a purpose, they have jobs, and they're important. And they sell their stuff and people buy their stuff. Like these people that continue to pour in this driveway here.
I think this is what everybody's been waiting for coming our way, John.
This is unique. Santa is arriving with a different escort.
He's got an escort from the Lake Orion Dragon Band.
Ho,
ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Here he comes. Merry Christmas! Kids, get ready. Remember, you still have a few days to be good. Santa's still keeping track. Oh, Merry Christmas. Having a good time tonight, kids? Merry Christmas. Direct from the North Pole, John. Here he comes. Merry Christmas.
And he's got Mrs. Claus with him.
Oh, good for him. Merry Christmas, Santa, welcome to Lake Orion.
Everything is Merry Christmas tonight. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All of the programs produced here at ONTV are available for purchase on DVD. For just $10, you can get a copy of any program in our broadcasting vault to share with family and friends and keep forever. At ONTV, we pride ourselves on bringing you the best in local news and information. You can keep up with all that's happening in the Orion area through multiple outlets, including ONTV News. ONTV News airs daily at 8 a.m., noon, and 10 p.m. and is also uploaded to the YouTube channel for on-demand viewing. In addition to the full program, many of our stories are uploaded as news breaks for your viewing pleasure. Here are a few recent news features currently airing on ONTV.
On the morning of New Year's Day, 185 runners gathered at the Fork and Pint in downtown Lake Orion to check in for the 18th annual New Year's Resolution Run. At race time, the temperature was 5 degrees with a wind chill of -11, making it the coldest day in the event's history.
Make sure you go over the map. Thank you. Have a great
On the morning of Saturday, April 1st, Orion Township hosted its annual Bunny Bop at the Orion Center. The event was split up into 2 sessions, with 60 children taking part in each session. Families enjoyed snacks, crafts, and plenty of photo opportunities.
When families come to the Bunny Bop, we have the Easter Bunny here for them to take pictures with, and then we have Walgreens again who's taking photos and providing free prints for all of the families. We have live bunnies from the 4-H Bunny Club. They bring their bunnies so that the kids have an opportunity to actually pet the bunnies. And then we've got Easter theme craft and spring theme crafts, and then we have snacks.
On Saturday, April 22nd, fans of the HGTV show Rehab Addict lined up for a chance to tour the Lake Orion cottage that will be renovated by the show's host, Nicole Curtis. The open house and book signing acted as a fundraiser for a great cause.
The reason we started doing this is that it's a really easy way for us to raise money for a local family that needs help. And we started it years ago with for Brian Thomas, who is also a Lake Orion graduate and a good friend of ours. And we, just had this idea, what if we charge people to go in these houses? Will we raise some money? And we expected a couple $100, and we ended up making thousands. And over the years, I think this is maybe our 10th or 11th open house, and we've been able to help some really great families. Tessa came up today. She's the daughter of my right-hand guy, Bobby, and she's been battling stage 4 neuroblastoma for years, and many people recognize her from our big Ransom Gillis open house a couple years ago. But I think it's really important that people realize that there are so many families locally that need help, and every dollar that they bring to our open house goes right to that family.
The final day of Dragon on the Lake got underway early Sunday morning with an opening ceremony in Greens Park. 23 teams made up of 20 people per team gathered together for the start of the 9th annual Dragon Boat races. New race directors Matt Gibb and Elena Campbell welcomed participants and explained the rules, and then the first race of the day was underway. The race is divided into 3 heats, with the times of the first 2 heats added together to determine the seed of the third and final heat. We caught up with some of the teams as they came off the dock during the first heat.
Absolutely, team cohesiveness. This group is nothing but positive people, and if you have that, you are a champion. Yes.
It's a handsome team, too. Is that something you guys worked on?
Yeah, we did. We actually all got our hair done downtown earlier, but no, it's definitely a positive attitude. That's all you need. You got to listen to your person in front of you, and we were actually honored to be sponsored by Century 21 today, and we are so thankful to them. Century 21 affiliated in Oxford got us here today, so we're very thankful for them.
ONTV offers some great programming options to help local nonprofit groups to spread their messages. Orient Outreach is our designated program for nonprofits. For each episode, a different nonprofit organization is interviewed, allowing them to promote general services or specific upcoming events. Like all of our programs, Orient Outreach is run on a constant rotation on our public access channel, as well as uploaded to our YouTube channel. Orient Outreach is only one of a few options we provide to help promote local charity and nonprofit groups. Call us at 248-393-1060 to learn more about the other nonprofit services we provide. ONTV offers some great community programs that your local school or community group can participate in. Local Cub Scout and Girl Scout groups are invited to tour our studio, as well as learn about television broadcasting and video production. Patches are provided upon completion of the tour. ONTV offers a variety of summer and spring break workshops as well for teens, including our annual Kids Camp for middle school-aged children and our annual short film workshop for high school students. Both workshops culminate in the final project that airs on our public access channel, including the award-winning Kids Camp channel surfing program. We also provide on-location workshops for local middle schools and elementary schools. Just call in a request for our staff of trained video professionals to come out to your school for assemblies, presentations, and more. In addition to our public access programming, ONTV helps make your local government more accessible. Lake Orion's Government Access Channel cablecasts Orion area news and information, as well as township board meetings, village council meetings, township planning commission, and township zoning board of appeals meetings. We also broadcast Lake Orion Community School Board meetings on our Educational Access Channel. In addition to airing live, our meetings are also available to view on demand. Visit orionontv.org and click on our on-demand buttons. Go mobile to keep up with all of that is happening at Orion Neighborhood Television. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram on your mobile device to see what's happening in our new studio, see upcoming events, and watch ONTV programs in high definition on demand. You can also visit our website at orionontv.org for up-to-date news and information. ONTV, working to bring Lake Orion to the world.
Remember, ONTV is nothing without its volunteers, producers, and crew. If you'd like to join ONTV and produce your own radio show or podcast, help out on TV local shows, or try your hand at sports play-by-play, then give us a call at 248-393-1060. We could always use the help.
And today, though, we are here for the 5 for 5 drive for Oxford Orion Fish that does incredible things for the community. And here's a look at what Fish is actually doing for the community.
Oakland County is consistently ranked as one of the wealthiest counties in the nation, so it may come as a surprise to many when they find out that hunger is an ever-increasing problem in the area. For more than 40 years, Oxford Orient Fish Food Pantry does what it can to help battle hunger, but your help is needed. In 2017, 93 new clients were added to the list of those who depend on fish to help put food on the table. The pantry received over 3,400 calls during the year, and 181,000 pounds of food went out the door. The food pantry depends on annual food drives and the generosity of community organizations and local businesses to help keep their shelves stocked.
Our numbers are what surprises me. Every time those numbers come in, I just say, wow. We just can't imagine that we've done that many pounds of food, and you know, people come in and they are very blessed. I do client reviews, and when they come in and for the first time, sometimes they're rather shy. You know, it's hard to do. And then when they come up here and shop, and I'll come up and check on them, and they'll say, oh wow, this is just fabulous. This is just like a grocery store. We just love it. And you know, and strictly from our volunteers and our donors that are generous. We are a very generous community.
In 2017, Fish served over 1,900 households, which equates to approximately 4,500 individuals. Families also received Easter dinner baskets, Thanksgiving dinner baskets, and gifts at Christmas time, and over 200 children received backpacks filled with school supplies. In addition to canned and dry goods, the pantry also needs household items such as soap, shampoo, toothpaste, and laundry detergent. Cash donations allow the pantry to purchase perishable items such as meat, bread, dairy, and fresh fruits and vegetables, and money is needed to help maintain their building in Oxford and pay utilities.
It doesn't matter what you ask for. You tell them what you need and the community comes through. I mean, I started volunteering 10 years ago and I was just so surprised. Yeah. Wonderful group of volunteers, wonderful community. I couldn't ask for any more.
And I always say that Fish is only as good as their volunteers and their donors. And I'll tell you, this community makes us look terrific, and we're very thankful for that.
There are numerous drop-off locations established throughout the Oxford and Orient area that collect food year-round, such as the Lake Orion Post Office, area churches, and of course ONTV. For a complete list or to make a monetary donation, visit their website at oxfordorientfish.org or give them a call at 248-628-3933.
And as you can see from that video, the Orient Oxford Fish Foundation gives so much back to the community. I mean, they distributed over 180,000 pounds of food items in 2017, but we have to make sure that those shelves stay stacked.
Yes.
So make sure you donate today to help restock those shelves.
Come down and see us and get into our raffle and help us get to our goal of 6,000 pounds.
Yes.
We're going to toss it to our mobile video reporter, Chris Pappas, to see what he's up to.
Pep is live here on the village offices on Church Street in Lake Orion, Michigan, and we're live here, and we want to give a special thank you to village manager Joe Young and his staff. They're helping ONTV in their 8th annual food drive, and Young and his staff are helping collect donations right here for the food drive to help reach that goal. ONTV will soon be launching a new Village of Lake Orion government program. This program will show what's happening in Lake Orion and all the village government officials. Tune into the meetings and your village government officials and get up-to-date information on village businesses. Make sure to check out the ONTV website at ONTV.org for the launch date. You can also check it in on the Lake Orion Review for all your information there as well. And all meetings can be viewed on Comcast Channel 20. We continue to inch towards our 3 p.m. deadline to stock those shelves. Make sure you can donate $5 or 5 food items up until that 3 p.m. deadline to get into the raffle. The raffle will be shown live here on ONTV as we cover the food drive at 3:30 p.m. Get those donations in, and we are hoping to reach that 6,000 pound food goal to help Fish reach their 180,000 pound goal annually. I'm Chris Pappas for ONTV, and I'm sending it back to the studio for more coverage.
Thanks, Chris. The ONTV Food Drive collection partners like the village offices are making it possible for us to try and collect 6,000 pounds. So we thank all of our sponsors so much for their help.
Yeah, and the food drive is moving right along.
Yeah.
The weather may be holding us back, but we are moving right along into our next hour. Welcome in our sponsor, M3 Investment Services and Kroger. M3 has been a long-time food drive sponsor, and they've made the single largest cash donation to Fish of $250. But over the past 7 years, M3 has donated over $1,000, actually $1,750 to Fish through the food drive. We're excited to have Kroger, though, on board this year, and they have donated $200 cash to Oxford Orion Fish.
Yes, and cash donations allow Fish to purchase items like fresh produce, dairy, meat, things that, are not, preservables. So $1 donated can purchase 1.5 pounds of food, so it really goes a long way.
Yes, and if you are just joining us today, that's what this is about, is the 5 for 5 food drive for Oxford Orion Fish. And you might not know that ONTV is celebrating 30 years of community television right here in Lake Orion. To celebrate ONTV's planning in the new programs for 2018, this is one of them.
Yeah, so Frank Lloyd Wright, 150, has produced by Orion resident and longtime ONTV volunteer and board president Ralph Painter. This program really shows what community access TV is all about.
That's right. Mr. Painter had an idea. He contacted ONTV and set off for the research and produce his program. Now our viewers, well, they have a chance to learn more about this famous architect and where you can see his famous structures right here in Michigan.
That's right. We have 3 air times for this special presentation. Friday, February 16th at 8 p.m., Saturday at the 17th, my bad, at 8 p.m., and Sunday, February 18th at 1 p.m.
We hope that you do enjoy this. This is one of our new programs coming this way for 2018.
Yeah, and speaking of our food drive, let's take a look at our food totals.
Let's hope it went up.
Yeah, I think the last time we looked, it was 2,500.
Yeah.
So, look at that. We went up about 600 pounds, and we're now at 3,100 pounds.
So we're just over the halfway mark of our goal of 6,000 pounds.
We are really making strides here.
If you can't come in today, though, that's okay if the weather's holding you back or maybe something else in your plans. Donations can also be made online via PayPal. Just go to the ONTV.org website, or you can go to the OxfordOrionFish.org website as well. Just click on the PayPal link and donate your cash. 100% of those cash donations go right to Oxford Orion Fish for them to purchase the things in need.
Yes, every penny helps.
Yes.
So now we have a special guest popping in all morning, and right now we have another with us. So Malik, who do you have for us?
So we are here with Chamber Director Kim Ubanowski. Kim, it is great to have you here.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here for this 8th annual food drive. So as the Chamber Director, how do you feel, why do you feel it's most important to put your time and effort into this food drive?
Well, first and foremost, I want to speak from a perspective of just being a community member.
Okay.
My daughter's here and she's volunteering, and I see all these kids coming in, and some of them I recognize from other, from back in the day. But it's important because we all come together to feed the people in our community. So that's incredibly important. And I was here last year. It was my first time last year seeing it, and I had such a good time, and it was just a really awesome experience, and seeing people that I know from the community and business people. So it's just important for all of us to be here, and I'm really glad that so many people have come out today, even in the snow. So lots of brave people. But from the Chamber's perspective, a lot of these people here, Simply Marcella, G's, Classic Lanes, Skalnick Ford, Golling, these are all members of our chamber, and they always give back to the community. So I'm here to support them and to support ONTV and the Fish Pantry, and happy to be here again.
Yeah, that's great. This is also my first time at the food drive, so I'm also having a very good time here. So yes, I am.
Yeah.
So as Chamber Director, what are some of your other responsibilities as Chamber Director besides putting effort into this?
Making sure that we do all that we can to support the businesses that belong to our chamber. It's a membership organization, and we're there to help them do, promote their business, celebrate things that they do. New businesses, we celebrate with ribbon cuttings and welcome them to the neighborhood. And you know, we provide networking opportunities and learning opportunities and all kinds of good stuff for our members.
Okay. Now, on a more fun note,
yes.
When you first came in, I saw you looking at the raffles.
Yes.
When you got tickets, which one did you pay most attention to?
Oh, that's tough. I really think the movie theme pillows.
That's my favorite also. I really love the movie theme pillows.
I let my daughter pick the other ones because I feel like I should be neutral. I should be like Switzerland on picking those.
Okay, so Kim, it was great talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Now
this is great. Okay. Have fun.
Now we're gonna go back to the anchors in the studio.
So much for Malik for that, and for Kim joining us from the Chamber. And to help out in the Orion area, we could not do it without the Chamber members and their donations for the raffle today, which is some amazing things, as you can see out there. It looks fantastic. And we thank you for all you do for ONTV and for this fish food drive.
Yes, absolutely. And moving right along, it is time to move on to our next talented performers from Broadway Dance. The staff and dancers at Broadway Dance collected over 500 pounds of donations alone.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That alone is amazing. But we are happy to have them back live here to showcase their talents. Let's send it over to Stacy and Broadway Dance.
Enjoy.
We're about to start. Hello, everyone. I'm Stacy Calloway, and we are about 3.5 hours into ONTV's 8th annual food drive. I'm joined by Michelle Larnard and the Broadway Dance Company. And tell us, what kind of performances do you have in store for us today?
Today we came out and we have performances in jazz, lyrical, contemporary, hip-hop, and ages 6 through 17. These are all our competition dancers. And so they've been working on these dances since about August, September, and they're getting ready to perform them at their first competition in early March at Lake Orion High School.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and for braving the cold weather. How often and how long have you been doing this?
I've been teaching dance now for over 25 years. We have a studio in Lake Orion, Broadway Dance Company, and just recently we expanded. We added an additional 3,500 square feet. So we have 3 large dance rooms, and we offer classes from ages 2 all the way through adults.
Is this cause near and dear to your heart?
Absolutely. I started dancing when I was 2. And danced all the way through college, and then have taught, and then to be able to have a studio and see the kids and inspire them and have them inspire us as teachers, it's just an amazing experience. It's an incredible job.
Well, I have to say, this is the biggest audience we've had yet. Set your DVRs, or you can purchase a DVD through Orion TV. So let's get ready. Go ahead and dance. Broadway Dance Company. Thank you.
Shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I let you love what I thought it was funny. You came along and woo, now honey, I've changed my mind. This love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kisses the baby. Feels good. Hold me, baby. Well, I want to love you like I love you should. You're fine, so kind. Got to tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumb. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby. It drives me crazy. It's just great balls of fire. Feels good. Hold me, baby.
story of a bird with no wings, but certain that it can fly, sailing on love into the headwinds, forcing its way by and by. If only we were as strong as this bird, our spirit would never die. What do we name it? Hope is the right word. Hope is the bravest, most beautiful bird in the sky. If only we were as strong as this bird, the spirit would never die. What do we name it? Only one word. Hope is the bravest, most beautiful bird. Hope is the bravest, most beautiful bird in the sky. Only hope can light the way. Only hope can heal the heart. Only hope can keep the clouds from hiding the moon and the stars. This was a story of a bird without wings and rose above everything. Never was given up. Oh. Reaching for high, 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 reaching Reaching for higher now.
Tonight I bounce back. Wake up every morning, by the night I count stacks. Knew that it was real when I hit it, bounce back. You ain't getting checks. Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Boy, I've been broke as heck. Catch the check and bounce back. D-Town LAX, every week I bounce back. If you a real one, then you know how to bounce back. Bounce back, bounce, 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 bounce.
Do you love me? Do you need me?
My baby whispers in my ear. Sweet nothing. He knows the things I like to hear. Sweet nothing. talking to myself. Sweet nothing. Ooh, sweet nothing. We walk along hand in hand. Ooh, sweet nothing. Yeah, we both understand. Ooh, sweet nothing. Sitting in bed, so trying to read my book. My baby, give me that special look. Sweet nothing. Ooh, sweet nothing. Sweet nothing. Ooh, sweet nothing. Sweet nothing.
I'm a B-boy, scam, foolproof plan. We want make the noise and just. Cap D coming, 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 Cap D coming. Let's go, give it that beat. That's true. My brothers know you ain't nothing but soap. Big daddy in the house, girl is better watch him out. B-E-R-E and yours truly, Captain. Hands up, how you break down?
So take my flesh and fix my eyes and take the mind free from all the lies, and I'll kneel down, wait for now, 'cause I will wait for you, and I will wait for you, and I will wait for you.
All right, and we're back in the studio with ONTV's 5 or 5 food drive for Oxford Orion Fish. I'm Bria Brown.
And I'm Stacy Calloway.
So that was an awesome performance about Broadway dance. I don't know, those babies were so adorable, and the girls that did their dances too. It was amazing. So be sure to check out the ONTV program guide on OnTV.org. We'll be replaying the live performances from today throughout the remainder of February.
Just a reminder, if you can't make it out to ONTV to donate, don't worry. If you can donate, you can certainly donate online. Head on over to OxfordOrionFish.org or OrionONTV.org to donate via PayPal. All donations are tax deductible as well.
Yeah, so we've been keeping up to date today with our food total so far. Again, you know, our goal is 6,000. I think we were at 3,100 last time we checked, so let's see what it is right now. All right, 4,100, that's awesome. That is really, really great. And people are still donating. I know when I was just outside, there were so many people bringing in so much food, and people are packing up the stuff. So please continue to bring all those foods in. It is for a great cause. So
certainly.
Yeah.
And the fact that the roads are still sketchy, people are still coming out, and it's just wonderful. It's an amazing experience. It's my first time doing this, and I feel honored.
Yeah, and if you don't want to do that, you can always donate $5 online. Like we said, you can go to OrionONTV.org or OxfordOrionFish.org to donate. So that'd be great. So let's talk about some of our fish facts that you guys may have heard about earlier. So I want you guys to know about those. So we had 3,425 total calls. We helped 93 new families.
Wow.
And we served 4,426 individuals, and on an average serve there were 369 people. So that's awesome, and like we said, we continuously need your help. So
okay, well, we're moving into our 4th hour of the 5 or 5 food drive, and donations are coming in, and our volunteers are ready to help you enter our raffle drawing, which is still open for 1 more hour.
Yeah, so let's welcome our next sponsor, which is Paula Kurzawa Photography Studio. We're so happy to have Paula as a first-time sponsor of the food drive.
Attention all of you LOHS seniors, Paula has donated discounted sittings for soon-to-be grads, $200 off, and family sittings, $100 off, and this is a fantastic deal indeed. Everybody needs to take part in that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. So this year alone, we've added 4 new collection partners in the Orion area. And of course, without these partners, there is no way that we would reach our collection goals. So here's a list of our amazing partners that you can see on your screen right now. We have Village of Lake Orion, the Orion Center, the Kids Corner, LA Dance, which you saw earlier, St. Joseph's Church, there was Broadway Dance, which we just saw, Grandin's Hair Center, and Pee Wee Patch. So that's pretty awesome how those people are coming in and helping out. So yeah, that's great.
Absolutely, and the needs of the food pantry do change depending on the season. So since we're in the colder winter months, warm and hearty items are certainly needed and in demand, like chili, stews, chunky soups, hamburger helper, refried beans, and boxed potatoes.
Yeah, now the donation we collect today will help the fish restock their shelves after the holiday season, and it will also help them bridge the gap between their fall and spring food drives. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to give you guys some fish facts, and we're going to tell you a little bit more about that. Well, Actually, I think we want to talk about the 30th anniversary that's going to be happening for ONTV.
Exciting
That
times.
is so exciting that ONTV has been doing this for 30 years. Like we said, in 2018, they're going to be celebrating their 30th anniversary. The staff of ONTV are making plans to launch a new program, well, not just one, many new programs, hold a community picnic, and produce a documentary on the history of public access television of our community.
Certainly an exciting time. There's going to be interviews with Lake Orion residents who made this entire operation possible. And from our very first intern to the first show ever produced to our current facility here at the Orion Center, it will cover every single aspect of ONTV's timeline. So
yeah, now
this is great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to see it. The ONTV staff dug through cobwebs and the dusty shelves of their archives to find clips to tell their story. So the final documentary is scheduled for completion this April, so be on the lookout for that. But we do kind of have a teaser for you at home, so why don't you watch, sit back, enjoy it.
In 2018, ONTV celebrates its 30th year of providing public access television to the Lake Orion community. In the mid-1980s, Orion Township and the village of Lake Orion formed a cable study group made up of representatives of the township, village, Lake Orion Community Schools, and the Orion Township Library. The study group researched the possibility of bringing cable television to Lake Orion. They met with representatives of cable companies and other communities and made recommendations to the township and village.
Throughout the study group and the early days of the commission is we all looked at this, that cable is going to bring in HBO, it's going to bring in the TBS out of Atlanta and WGN and the Chicago Cubs, and then we started hearing about this thing that says, well, how about public access? How about an institutional network to serve your school system? And we started thinking, what is all this about?
The community has truly benefited from all the things that we have here in the studio and the ability to do shoots off site and really get a whole sense of a community feeling here in Orion that's uniquely ours and not just part of a big group.
They're all set. You know, these people picked a great time to get cable TV because right now I'm installing cable TV at special savings.
As a result of the Cable Study Group's research, a cable communications ordinance was adopted and a 15-year franchise was signed in December of 1984 with Tribune United Cable. This franchise agreement between the cable company and the village and township allowed the cable company to operate in Lake Orion under certain conditions. The Orion Community Cable Communications Commission was established as a result of an agreement between the village of Lake Orion and Orion Township. The Cable Commission is made up of 2 township elected officials, 2 village elected officials, 2 township residents, 2 village residents, and 1 member jointly appointed by the village and township. The duties of the Cable Commission include making sure the cable company is in compliance with the franchise agreement. One of the conditions of the franchise agreement was to make sure the cable company provided access channels to the community. These channels included public, government, and educational access channels. Known as Orion Community Television, or OCTV, the public access studio offered video production classes to residents of the Orion community and offered the facilities and equipment that allowed producers to create their own TV shows to air on local cable television.
Park Road in the Trout Lake unit is popular with bicyclists who wish a short, pleasant ride on a paved road that winds through scenic woods and vistas, as well as for those riders who wish a jumping-off point for the 15 miles of more advanced, unpaved trails found throughout the park. Four-legged visitors are welcome too, as long as they are under proper control.
One cup of apples. These are not peeled. You can leave the peelings on them. Won't hurt a thing.
Hello and welcome to Orion Outlook. I'm Lori St. Germain. Tonight we are fortunate to have with us the Lake Orion Village Manager, John Birchtold. He will educate us and update us on issues currently facing the village. Thanks for being here, John.
There are new worlds to explore. There are new worlds to explore. There are new worlds to explore. There are 5 new worlds.
Welcome back to Scouts About. We had a great summer. My troop went to Mackinac Island for 3 days. After the ferry ride over, we took a carriage tour, toured the fort, and we also took an 8-mile bike ride all the way around the island. Some of us experimented with tandem bicycles, although they're not as easy as they look.
And at Christmas Eve, you know what I get to do?
You bring toys.
I get to fly around with the stars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's fun.
Bring me a balloon one, please.
You want one? You want me to bring you a star?
Uh-huh.
Hi, thank you for joining us on Conversations with Jacqueline.
Not only could cable subscribers view a wide variety of entertaining community programming, but over time they were able to watch Orion Township board meetings, village council meetings, and school board meetings live on the air.
Well, one thing, the first thing we've seen so far is an impact on the council members themselves. They've seen themselves now, from the tapes and that. They're aware that they're on stage, and I don't mean that negatively. I mean the fact that we notice that they dress a little sharper. They seem to be a little more alert to each other, and so forth, and they seem to be a little more prepared to debate and be communicative with the people that come to attend the meeting.
In 2000, the original franchise agreement came to an end. At that time, a nonprofit organization was formed to continue to provide public, government, and education access to the community as Orion Neighborhood Television. ONTV continued to offer video production training as well as the equipment and facilities necessary to produce community programming. In 2012, after more than 2 decades in the same location on Lapeer Road, ONTV moved into its new home in the Orion Center on Joslyn Road.
I just can't believe it's happened. After we've been actively really looking for a place for probably 5 years, and we've been really looking for a place for 15 years altogether, something like that, maybe 20 years even. And for it to finally happen, it's kind of amazing.
Well, obviously we're happy that we're here. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about it as an organization for many a decade, and to have it finally happen and be here and it's real is very exciting. We're all just so happy to be in a new place, new facility, and hopefully have a brand new fresh start here for ONTV.
In June of 2012, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held to officially open the Orion Center and the ONTV studio to the community. ONTV invites you to take advantage of the training, facilities, and equipment that allow you to produce your own television programs. New for 2018 is the Radio Room, which allows producers to create their very own podcast recordings. For more information on how you can get involved, call 248-693-3377 or visit OrionONTV.org.